over the shoulder or off the shoulder of one defender, right? Or posting up in front of a defender. And so we're just going to go through basic movement mechanics, away and come back, and then finding that weak spot. And the other thing is you notice is sticking the toe on the actual weak spot so that one toe faces towards the ball, the other toe faces the other way. You're ready to make a half turn. Either stop the ball and protect it, let the ball slip through, or turn. So again, away and come back mechanics. Now, when you go away, you don't want to look at the ball. You want to look away. And then there's a precise point at which point you want the ball, which is you want the ball at the weak spot, in the weakness. And again, that's outside in the half space, outside halfway between the two lines, all the way on the outside. Any halfway point between two defenders, right? Not in the press trap, not in the middle there where all four defenders can press you. And again, either posting up or off the shoulder of one of the defenders. So trying to get them to make the read of what's actually halfway. As they're moving, they're measuring. They can check out. So if they don't get the ball in the initial weakness, they quickly move on to they progress to the next weakness, right? And then obviously some of this is relying on first touch mechanics, right? So those are some of the basic mechanics. So we're trying to also emphasize how precise it is, right? Because not only is it a matter of, reading and getting to the weak spot, the ball is supposed to be delivered on a timing basis at the point where you hit the weak spot. And if you don't hit the weak spot, you're basically saying you're not going to get the ball, or you don't want the ball, or you want the ball behind or through. So here, now we're explaining off the shoulder mechanics. And again, once you put the defender between you and the ball, you're playing off the defender's shoulder. So you want to take that position and then step out very quickly to receive the ball. So again, he's off the shoulder, away, come back. And steps out very quickly, and that's when he wants the ball, right? And again, what you're aiming to do is leave that space open so that when you receive the ball, there's open space in front of you. You don't want to receive the ball in the press trap and there's no open space in front of you, so the defender feels comfortable closing you down. You want to fake into that open space again and then hit another weak spot on the dribble. Away and come back mechanics, hits the weak spot, doesn't get the ball, goes to the next weak spot. So we're just going to show that piece right there. Away, come back, flare out, don't get the ball, or flare out, get the ball right when you flare out, play off the shoulder. The fake kick means go to the next weak spot. So you're talking, your technique is talking tactics to your teammates. Yep. And that's fine. The long touch through the space is fine. That's why you leave that space open. also emphasize that once the first touch is done, you can organize off the ball, let the ground settle the ball. So it's almost like your first touch is you, and if the ball pops up, the second touch is the ground. So the ground is not going to make a mistake on its touch, right? It'll settle the ball for you. So organization off the ball. So again, emphasizing we don't want to be in the press trap because there's not enough space. You can't fake into space. You can't reach the exit points, and you can be pressed from all sides. So you have to leave that open space in the middle. You have to leave that space open to attack. So here we're explaining that the first touch gets knocked up, the ball gets knocked up, then the ball settles on the ground. You organize off the ball. Fake pass says you're not going to get the ball. Yeah, dropping in between the lines. Right? Didn't get the ball, move to the next weak spot. Even if that's off the shoulder. And you move to the next weak spot. Again, you gotta read the game. It's a zone defense. You gotta find the weak points of the zone defense, and signal to the passer when and where you want the ball, which is precisely when you hit the weak spot. And when you hit the weak spot, you reach your toe in. That's the signal. Pass me the ball. So there's timing. There's precision to it. Right? Both players' techniques are talking to each other. So here it's a game to practice the motion without the ball, and to anticipate that his body positioning dictates the timing and the delivery of the pass. So one progression from off the shoulder to check down between the lines, right? Emphasizing that he only wants the ball when he shows his foot in that passing lane. When he places his foot right where it needs to be, halfway between those two players, that's when he wants the ball. And that dictates the timing. So here we're going to progress from different types, from between the lines to check outside for the through ball to post up in front and then off the shoulder. Right? Just so he gets a sense of the mechanics of reading the game and what the passer is looking for in terms of movement. So letting him cycle through without the ball. So dropping in, now off the shoulder. Off the shoulder. Yep. Looks like off the shoulder again. So now trying to get him to mix it up, I think. Oh, I guess that's off the shoulder set. Now we're mixing it up. Okay, yeah, so there's the half turn. And when you drop in between a zone defense, in the gaps between the defenders, there's the half turn. There's the half turn again. So probably going to correct him is you actually have to turn and not go behind the standing leg. That you have to turn with the ball. You can pivot on the ball and change direction, but you have to turn with the ball and not pull behind the standing leg. Oh, incorporating the way and come back. Staying out of the press trap. Keeping him out of the press trap. Timing and positioning there is important. Yep. Changes based on the mechanics. Tell him to go behind, flare out, progress the next weakness, progress the next weakness, right? I'm going to tell him to mix it up. Yeah, get to the drop in between the lines, play over the shoulder, post up in front, play outside, keep mixing it up.